Right, we love you, Spiffing Bread. Not that you're going to watch this, but you know we respect what you do. So I hope those of you who this is the whole video have enjoyed watching it so far. It has been a bit of an ad. Please go support the backer kit. The links are in the description. But for everyone who was early and punctual, enjoy the rest of the video as it will never be seen on YouTube again. Welcome to the second half of the video. If you're watching this, you watched the video in the first 24 hours, and if you're not, it is lost to time. We're going to be doing two little segments, little bonus features for you all, and the first one is going to be me chatting with Alicia, our artist for the Kindred of the Abyss project.
Hello.
And that'll be talking about doing art for Kindred of the Abyss.
Yeah.
And the second segment is going to be special and spicy, so wait till you get to that one. So, Alicia, you have done all the art for the Kindred of the Abyss. Yeah. Tell us about the project from your perspective.
That's so broad. Like, I have absolutely loved doing the art for Kindred of the Abyss. So yeah, it's just been really fun to, you know, combine sort of mechanical and like fabric and like sea creature-y kind of like aesthetics together and come up with something kind of sci-fi as well.
It's been an interesting process. So building the Kindred out has been very different to the Space Bears. And I think part of that is because we've been really creating something unique. Whereas with, I mean, obviously it's got inspiration, things like BioShock, I mean, the classic diving suits themselves. But I think the Space Bears, there was always that question in its development of like, how do we make something feel like a superhuman 7-foot-tall man in power armor that feels distinct from a Space Marine, but it's like it's a different kind of challenge.
Yeah, for sure. I think I got to play a lot around with proportions that really helped as well. That kind of made it feel like human enough that there was a guy under the suit, but also like a little bit more stretched and have that sort of like hunchback or the like really oversized hands or the real chunky boots, and that sort of gives it a little bit of a more interesting vibe.
So you mentioned not drawing many faces, but we know secrets about the Kindred of the Abyss that maybe the viewers don't know. Can you maybe let people in on what might be under some of those helmets? There's a few heads that are helmetless in the sculpted models, but we know a little bit maybe what's behind the malformed helmets.
Some of them are just like normal looking guys, like normal looking fishermen with like totally normal faces. And as they get more and more
inbred,
I was like, should I say that?
Fish-pilled. Inbred and fish-pilled. There's a weird combo of like of horrible genetic degradation, but also there's something going on. There's something going on with the Kindred that's more than just, oh, they're a bit inbred and creepy. It's like some of them have like shark teeth and like black eyes that are like a bit, you know, what's going on down there? How long have they been down there? Why are they sort of evolving, or are they, or is it an influence from something else, maybe in the bottom of the sea?
You can even see like in some of my like earlier faces, I've just been adding like weird lumps and like, I don't know, just like weird proportions and those like fish eyes and needle teeth and yeah. And
then we see characters like the Bingus boys that you just did. So Ben, the younger brother,
he's officially got a name.
It's Ben and Gus. I've just stuck with Ben and Gus.
Very normal names.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the juxtaposition, right? And with him, you have he's quite a harsh and severe looking guy. Like, he's not a particularly conventionally attractive looking man. He's got quite a sharp nose and features. But in our discussions, we've sort of been saying like, he's considered to be like, he was a beautiful boy because he kind of is like a normal looking guy. Yeah, there's this spectrum of mutation and what they consider to be like good and what they consider to be bad, and it's different in the Kindred.
He's also kind of the brains of the Bingus boys, so you can imagine he's a little bit less mutated and a little bit more put together and normal looking. Yeah,
Gus is not doing too well. Gus has got big sloth energy from the Goonies in his suit, for sure, but we might never know what they look like.
Well, in the official art, I did Gus with his helmet on, so...
Oh, I thought you were going to say the secret Gus helmet off.
The secret, yeah, maybe that's the extra stretch goal that we're doing.
It's a pin-up calendar of the biggest ones. So what's been your favourite part of working on the project?
It's probably seeing it like sculpted, like seeing what Jackson does with it, because like it's all fun and games to sort of just like do concept art, and like I feel like when I do the concept art, it doesn't feel very finished because it's quite rough and there's no color. There's literally like no shading at all. It's kind of just like sketches. But then seeing it like magically come to like a 3D little thing that can be printed and painted and put in like, yeah, your terrain and like stuff. That's pretty magical.
Yeah, Jackson does a great job. He has I believe he has a military history degree, and he does a really good job of like passing everything through a filter of realism that I really appreciate. Like the things come out on the other end, and from the concept art where sometimes there's areas where there's not a lot of detail, it's just sort of a bit sketchy. Suddenly it becomes like some engineered thing that feels like correct to what it should be. Like a gun will have a case ejection port in the right location, which like not all, even big game companies do confusing things with that. So it's really fun process to see it like evolve.
Yeah.
So from here, we've unlocked a bunch of stretch goals thanks to everyone that have secured a bunch of more art.
Yes.
And one of those things is weird because it's art that won't be done by you. How does that feel?
I feel so betrayed. How dare you? This is my jam. No, I'm so excited to see it done because it's something that I don't think I would be able to do in my wildest dreams. So
it's really exciting. The more things we can kind of bring together and make something really cohesive, and it's going to be combined. Like I can't wait to see it. We'll have like a portrait done by you, and then we'll have this sort of like cutaway art in a open double fold spread in the middle of a PDF, but I'm going to imagine it's a physical book. And it's cool. What we've done with the Kindred so far is so exciting, but there's more factions to come. I mean, we're definitely we're going to be doing the Sisters of the Old Blood.
Awesome.
100%.
Love to hear it.
From the concepts we've done, what is the faction you would be most excited to work on?
I'm really excited to work on like the punk, like kids, the army kids.
Tank girl meets Little Lamplight from Fallout, war punk, guerrillas, FU authority.
Those guys.
Yeah. No adults allowed, war punks.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm just really excited to mix that like heavy duty like machinery and like, gory sort of war stuff with like band-aids and teddies and like fun kid stuff as well.
There's something about that, like I think in Aliens, the character Newt, the little girl that they rescued, there's a scene where she's wearing Higgs's helmet, or Hicks's helmet, and it's like the oversized helmet on the little kid. There's something about that idea of like this juxtaposition of things that like shouldn't be happening and things that are, and it's fun. Like the oversized helmet with like a burning cigarette flapping out of like a 10-year-old's mouth, and you're like, that's wrong on so many levels, but like it's kind of fun at the same time because it's fiction, it's not real. Thank you to everyone for your support that's allowed us. I mean, literally, it's giving you more days of work at the studio.
It really is. Thanks to you guys. Like, that's all.
Well, these projects allow it. Like, yes, thank you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Get out of here. If you have gotten this far in the video, which is basically a gimmicky advertisement for our backer kit before it ends, followed by an interesting design interview with Alicia, and you've been waiting for that promise of some spicy something extra, well, here it is. We're going to talk about our honeymoon for a brief period of time. We went on a honeymoon, and people who are super fans of Tabletop Time probably want to know if we had fun.
I have gotten
Yeah, you've
sick.
gotten mad. You're getting mad sick.
So I won't talk too much. I will talk very quietly.
Oh, pretend it's like seductive. Be like, I'm being all sultry.
Yeah, we had such a great time on our honeymoon.
Ooh, what did we do?
We ate.
What was your favourite thing?
Oh, we went to Disneyland.
Yeah, we did. And you didn't want to go to Disneyland?
No, because, I don't know, being an adult, I think it's like weird. But because I had never ever been before, I'm really glad I went at least once.
Well, you are a big lover of the classic, the animated classics of Disney.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I would have loved is if they had sort of more adult stuff there. So as in terms of like the animation studio or like something like a museum that sort of was for more about the art, that would have been really, really cool. But it was very, very nice to see everyone like dressed up. All of the like places were themed, which was really cool.
I enjoyed watching all my favourite Disney characters speaking in Japanese. That was it's always amusing. Like the Star Wars Star Tours, right? And you've got C-3PO speaking Japanese. We did a bunch of shopping. Yes, we did. Jane enjoyed her Japan shopping experience, and I enjoyed my Japan eating experience. In fact, we're going to be showing you some beautiful photos of the things that
Like
we
this
did.
one and this one.
Wow, look,
And that.
and they're
Wow.
things that I ate.
So much food.
Can you believe that?
So good. Yum yum.
We went to the Warhammer store. Oh, you talk. I'm going to go get my cool jumper.
I'm just gonna cough instead.
Check out my sick jumper. What do you think? It's from the Warhammer store in Tokyo, the Warhammer like cafe. They have like a premier flagship store in some of the major cities across the world.
Oh, they had some really cool stuff. I did take some photos of some of the Titans, and they
Like
had
these things.
Yeah, and they had a painting competition on as well that had like finished. And there was some really awesome stuff in there.
Amazing entries. And I got a jumper that combines two of my favorite things, Tokyo and Warhammer. We were only there for a week. It was like a flying visit. Yeah, ate a lot, shopped a lot. And when I say shopped a lot, I mean we walked around shops a lot, deciding not to buy things. That was our general pastime.
I'm actually surprised this time around we didn't, although we looked at like miniature stuff and a little bit of Gundam, we actually didn't end up buying.
We didn't have any
whole
room in our
lot.
bags.
Yeah.
Also, we went and we had like standing sushi. That was really cool.
Like authentic sushi.
Like
That's really
expensive, fancy sushi. We got taken out for dinner by our friends who live in Japan. It was very lovely of them. And we went to like a standing sushi place where the chef is making the individual pieces of nigiri, and it was amazing. And I even enjoyed sushi types that I typically don't enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of ika. I don't like my squid sushi, but it was really good there.
Yeah, I also
And urchin.
yeah, and there was barracuda, which
That
I've
was
never had,
amazing.
but I usually don't like too fishy taste, and that was like the perfect amount.
Like bonito.
yeah, it was really good.
They made us do that at
They
Disneyland.
did. That was very funny.
All right, so this is going to be our second outro. Thanks for watching.
Don't
Those who are
forget.
here, you had your notifications on. You're in the real fam team, and whatever the fam team is.
Yep.
You're like, hey, Guy, you're like in
Hey, Greg.
Curtistown. You're a member of Curtistown?
He's the mayor of Curtistown,
Yeah, and you're all citizens of Curtistown.
and if I don't like you or something like that, I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget.
Ready?